Hello, Onshape browser users, computer or Chromebook. Okay, I'm going to quickly show you how to make use a couple of patterns inside of a sketch. So here I have a sketch, kind of like you see in your activity. I'm going to show you how to make use some of these patterns. So first, I want to make a circular pattern, kind of around the origin. So of this pentagon. So I'm going to first just throw a circle on there that is going to act as kind of the pattern I'm going to follow around. There it is. Notice it's not a construction circle, so I'm just going to hit escape to get out of my circle tool, click my circle, and then find the construction tool, and there it is. And all that did was change my circle to a construction. It won't show up if I try to extrude now. Okay, so now I'm just going to go up into the circle pattern. There it is, circular pattern. Drop down, you can click it as well. And first, you can hover over it and it'll tell you exactly how to use it. Okay. What I'm going to do is just go ahead and select all the things I want. Yeah, I want all those things. Okay. Oh, that's not exactly. We're going to try that again. Okay. Circular pattern. I'm going to select. There we go. Didn't have it fully selected, I guess. Zoom in, make sure I select the right thing. And then you will see, okay, that 3 popped up, 3 new pentagons. All right. So now I just have to change a couple things. This times 3, there's a lot going on here. It's kind of messy, but this times 3 is actually talking about how many pentagons I want. I want 5 total. Okay. All right. And if yours aren't perfectly spaced, you just have to drag this as far as it goes. Mine's already dragged 288. It's a little bit of math that Onshape's doing for us. But drag that clockwise until you get them nice, as far as it goes, and you get them nice and evenly spaced. Then what I have to do is click, and there it goes, shows up. Now there's a lot going on there, I understand. Okay. There you go, you got a nice pattern. All right. Next, now this size might not be fully correct. But that's okay. I'm gonna try to use the linear pattern. Linear patterns, kind of cool in that some programs have a linear pattern and a rectangular pattern separate, where they're called different names. And this Onshape is called linear pattern. So it does both the rectangular part and the linear part. So I clicked linear pattern. Now I'm just going to go select, make sure it actually is selected. Nope. There we go. Select the things that I want. Okay, and actually, I'm going to hit escape. And I'm going to, just to make it easier on myself here, I am going to select this point, or this one right here. There we go. And I'll select all 3. Notice this times 3 came up again. Excuse me, this times 3 came up again. And that's just saying there's 3 rectangles. All right. So let's just make, I don't know, 5 of them. Okay, now there's 5. And this one will toggle how they're spaced, but you can also toggle how they're spaced by using this. All right. And so I'm going to, actually, I want those to line up with this line. So what I'm going to do is grab that box and just kind of pull them over. Unfortunately, it doesn't snap. That's kind of an annoying part here on Onshape. If it does, I'd love for somebody to figure that out and let me know. I haven't figured out a way to snap that to a certain place. So what I'm going to do is just going to zoom in and make sure it lines up where I want it to. That looks fine. And now I'm going to change this to something a little smaller. I don't know, 0.2. All right, and so I've got 5 triangles patterned there. Okay, in the one direction, and I just notice my mouse is asking me to click. So just click, and there, my rectangular pattern, or my linear pattern's done. The last thing I want to do is another linear pattern, sometimes referred to as rectangular pattern, on this, because I can get multiple rows of the pattern. So I'll go back in, I'll hit linear pattern, make sure it's selected. There we go. Click it. The things I want to pattern, you see the pattern starts to form as I go through and click the features that I want included. There we go. And then I am going to actually pull them this way. And I would like a second row of those. So if I zoom out a little bit, you'll notice that I have this option as well. Okay, I actually want a second row, and I can kind of set that down where I want it as well. I'm going to set it down right in here. Okay, then check. And there's my second pattern, which is pretty cool. Say I want to get rid of one of these. Okay, I'll just go in, highlight it, and delete it. Right click. Ooh, don't want to delete sketch 1. Like I'm out of sketch 1. I better go back in there. Let's go back into edit sketch 1. There we go. Now I can click all of these. Right click, delete 6 sketches. There's 6 entities, and now they're gone. Right, if I ever want to edit any of those distance, I can come in here. I understand it's messy. You can move those around to fix them. For example, I may move that a little bit to fix it. But there you go. There's 3 ways to use those patterns.